US lawmakers are pushing forward with plans to oust US President Donald Trump even as his term ends in just 9 days. The House of Representatives will urge Vice-President Mike Pence to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove Mr Trump from office. Now, if Mr Pence doesn't respond, the Democrats say that they will vote to impeach the president for the second time. Simon Marks joins us live now for more on this. Simon, the House Speaker there not mincing her words. Nancy Pelosi has sort of rounded it all off. It sounds almost like an ultimatum to Mr Pence. Does it make an impeachment vote almost certain this week?
I think an inevitability, Dawn, because we know that Mike Pence is currently not minded to advance these conversations about the 25th Amendment. And even if he was, it's far from clear that he could secure sufficient support from the remaining members of Donald Trump's cabinet, because he needs not just himself to back the whole move. He needs half of the cabinet, and he also needs the congressional leadership. So that's a very steep mountain, it seems, for Mike Pence to climb. It seems much more likely that we're going to witness this week Donald Trump becoming only the first president in US history ever to be impeached twice. Remember that he was impeached in the House of Representatives just over a year ago in connection with that telephone call to Ukraine. He is about to be impeached in connection with the deadly violence that we witnessed on Capitol Hill last Wednesday. And then the big question is, will he eventually be put on trial in the US Senate? It seems very unlikely that's going to happen before Joe Biden's inauguration, but it is possible that a Senate trial will happen even after Donald Trump leaves office, with the future of his ability ever to seek public office again absolutely at that point up for grabs.
And Simon, major corporations like JP Morgan and Citigroup have also paused contributions for both the GOP and the Democrats, spurred by the January 6th riots. Are we expecting more fallout in the days ahead?
I think it's definitely possible. Look, the demonstrated total polarization now and violent polarization on the streets of the US Capitol has raised questions about the willingness of corporate organizations under any circumstances to start spending money on any cause that might be associated with politics. Specifically, we've learned that the PGA has said that the 2020 National Golf Championship here in the United States will not now be held at Trump National as was planned. There is every possibility that the Trump name in business circles is now forever tarnished as a result of the events of last Wednesday. And that's very worrying for members of the Trump family. They knew that in the post-presidency there were already going to be all sorts of legal complexities for them ahead. But a situation where there might be an active boycott by consumers of Trump goods and Trump properties, unless those consumers happen to be supporters of the president, that's a big problem for Donald Trump as he heads towards the end of his time in office.
Many thanks for getting us up to speed. Simon Marks speaking to us from the US Capitol.